Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryugo. Welcome to the month of September, where I am going to be, again, doing full builds rather than last month's guides, which were just like small mini tutorials to basic openers. In TvZ, you probably read the title of this video. We are going to be covering a video that I've now done, including this video here, 3 times. This is a guide to probably the most standard TvZ build you can learn, Hellion Live. And the reason I've covered this build so many times, and it's been like so different each time, is just because we find new ways to do this build that are better and better. And as well, I like it to be kind of a reminder for people who only browse my newest video to see this build. Because this probably is, if you're trying to get good at TvZ, the best build you can do. Now, this build is going to open with a 16 barracks into a 16 gas, otherwise known as gas first. We're going to set our camera hotkeys real quick. And we're going to bring our guy over to the gas here. It is 6:37 AM as you can see here, so apologies if I'm too quiet this video. I think I'm at an okay volume. I've heard some people say I'm sometimes too soft or sometimes too loud.
What's going on?
Okay, so you're just going to keep on making SCVs up until 19 out of 23. You're then going to do a Reaper, an Orbital, and bring your SCV down to the natural. There's nothing big about this build just yet. The convergence for it, the real thing that makes it, will happen once we throw down our factory and do our add-on swaps. So we're going to get our CC here, fix our rally. Once you throw down the CC, bring another SCV. Build this second depot to complete this wall, which the add-on will then fill. And then after the sweeper, SCV and mule by the way, always drop your mules right away, just a rule of TvZ. You're also going to rally over here, and you're going to make a marine for this reaper. Once your orbital is done, by the way, the first SCV you make, always rally it to the barracks, or wherever you want to put your factory. Okay, then you're going to take the SCV that finishes this, he's going to make a refinery. Keep on making SCVs one at a time. Reactor, once you have 50 gas. Have your marine patrol here. At first you want to deny the original overlords spawning here. Later you want to deny overlords from coming in over here to scout in the corners of your base. Once this refinery is done, you're going to put 2 SCVs in it. Yeah, we're just going to kind of chill for now. You know, usually you would have your Reaper microing up and about, checking third timings, checking main base gas, stuff like that, but you can probably find out more about that when I continue my Bronze to Masters series. I'm not going to talk about it in these videos. Once your CC's done here, orbital, start point, swap the 2 buildings, rally down to the natural, chop your mule. 2 Hellions, and a second Marine. When the second Marine starts, you bring this Marine to the main, and you have him patrol. He's going to patrol this area, other Marine's going to patrol this area. It's case dependent per map, but you'll figure out a way you like. Next, you're going to build 1 depot here to start the wall. Another mule and a worker. Tech lab on the barracks. 2 Hellions. And actually, the Hellions would be rallied to the Reaper, which would be on the 3rd base side of the map, and you'd be trying to deny creep. Once the starport's done, you want to make a Liberator and rally it towards the main base. And you're going to make 2 more Hellions, and then after those 2 more Hellions and these 2 more workers, you can then start your next depot. You want to get the 2 Hellions first, just because it's more important. You're then going to start Stim, when you get the available resources, more workers. Kind of just chilling for now. Keep dropping mules as you can. You can only have 2 mules active at a time, so when you drop a new one, just take off the lowest health one. Okay, gonna swap this off here. You're gonna start a 3rd CC. And as you do that, you'll grab 2 workers. Barracks here. And another barracks here. Reactor on the start point. Drop your next worker. After that, you want to drop another depot. This will be the 3rd depot after these 2. You want to do a reactor on this factory here. Then you want to do 2 more engineering bays. Or I should just say 2 engineering bays, not 2 more. And then you want to do your double gas immediately after. Little trick you can do, once your engineering bays are done, these SCVs can rally and go into the gas. From here, you can keep on making continuous 1x Marine production. This Liberator, once it gets here, would rally and try and siege the drones here at the main base, if you can. Whoops, these guys aren't actually even supposed to be on here. That is a job for these SCVs.
Add-on is up and running.
All good though. Want to swap these add-ons here. Starport goes to make a new add-on, and after that, you are going to swap this factory off, make another reactor, and you're going to start 2 more barracks. So another barracks here, and you're just going to keep on making Marines. This differs from the last build because you may have noticed we did a tank push before. The new meta right now, with all the heavy and fast mutas, is that we're finding we actually would rather have more, by the way, another depot after orbital, we would actually have more Marines in a drop with mines, rather than going into tanks. However, let me pause the video here real quick just to say, if you scout something, say, roaches, right? Then by all means, default to my original Hellion lib video, not the first one, but the second one, where we do the tank push, because against like roach play, you're probably going to want those tanks more. However, in the current metagame, it's actually stronger to get these 4 and 5 barracks up faster by skipping the siege tanks and doing mine play instead, because Widow Mines will not only work against Lingbane Muta, it'll work against regular Lingbane and Lingbane Hydra, assuming they don't go heavy on the Hydras. And even then, you can always switch. Remember, you're never locked into this tech. But for the sake of this video, we just want to focus on the heavy Marine count and getting the barracks up quick.
We have operation commencing.
Okay, once this starport's done, we're going to bring our units over here, by the way. We're going to make 2 medevacs right away. Drop a mule. Lift to the 3rd. Bring our workers. And we want to start a wall over here. Once this factory's done its add-on, it's going to swap with this barracks. These 2 SCVs will come down here. We'll start the wall over here.
We don't have enough minerals.
We're a little bit supply capped, so we probably could have started 2 depots at a time here instead. We're going to make your armory. And once these 2 medevacs are out, you're just going to load up into them by around 640. And you'll boost across with the Hellions, if you kept them alive, all the way over to the Zerg's 5th base, hopefully. Keep making your depots here. Unit production is key here, so make sure you start it accordingly. By the way, as for my gas timings, I do 1 gas as you land the 3rd, and then this next gas as this 3rd gas finishes. 3rd base gas, I mean.
Operation commencing.
However, there are different timings you can do for your gas. Basically, just get it as you need it.
Research complete. Additional supply depots required.
Okay, so you'll notice all your units are here and ready. You can basically poke at the 4th base of the Zerg here for a little bit, but the big thing is you don't want to lose these Hellions if you can, because you're going to rally up with this next group of Marines over here. Drop them.
We'll need more supply. We don't have enough minerals. Energy. Additional supply depots required.
And basically, once your armory is done, you could start your 2-2, you know, if you kept these Hellions alive, you're poking at the 4th, and you can follow up with this drop over here to get even more value done with your army. Then another medevac drop can come in with these next group of Marines, but as you can see, by 740 we have a huge push with 1-1. Now we're going to grab our 2nd factory, and we can throw down another CC. Now, I should mention that over here, it's optional on how you want to do this. You can do 2nd factory in a 4th CC, or you can do a faster 8 racks and a 4th CC. Naturally, you always want to get the 4th CC first. I did the 2nd factory first. In future, do the 4th CC first. You want the 4th CC reasonably by 7:30 to 8 minutes. Anywhere between there is pretty good. Remember to keep making depots. We did miss a depot window over here actually, so we're probably going to have to drop supply. But you can see here again, we have another group of bio we can pick up, drop over here while this push is going. Note that with this push, let's say you killed the 4th base, cancelled it, what you can do is you can reloop to this top base here, if you see my cursor on the minimap, and you can work your way over here. If you feel like the 3rd base is too hard to take out, this extra drop we just sent out with mines, rather than like sending a drop, we can take all the units and bring it over to the main army we have right on the main screen here, and we can just do a dedicated push at the 3rd base to try and kill the Zerg. So you do have options here. Now as well, once you're done the 4cc in the second factory and you have a moment, you want to get these other sets of buildings. So if it was the 8 racks, you would get the extra, you know, the extra factory. But in this case, we're doing the 8 racks because we got the second factory. Now you would drop in here, do your push in here, tech lab over here, you know. You're dropping in the main base over here.
Nothing left in that mineral cluster.
And you're just kind of going ham on the Zerg, trying to prong them in multiple areas if you can. Keep making depots. You know, keep making medevacs, keep making mines, keep your production solid. You can always group these pushes up too if you want, if you feel like individually they're not as strong as they could be together. That's always an option. And we can work on taking our 4th base now. Start up your extra production. Remember to get drilling claws. You can also take this off and go for another factory if you want. And you could have both of them focus on doing something like making siege tanks if that's the route you want to go for. You know, you can always do an add-on swap. But the big thing here is that you should max out around 9 minutes to 9:30 with this build. And the main focus is you just want to be constantly on the map, rallying and bringing in more units. And the new focus in TvZ is rather than building a tank count, we're ultimately just trying to go for a really high marine count, because the higher your bio count is, the harder it is for things like mutas to get value done, you know, damage on you, and Zergs are preferring to go mutas over heavy baneling right now. So you kind of want to force them into making less banelings, because let's say they do go heavy baneling. Sorry, you want them to go heavy baneling, and if they're not, they're going to get punished. If they don't, however, you can always just default to drop play with mines, and then that's really difficult for the Zerg to trade effectively into. Now from here, this would be the end of the build. You can kind of freestyle how you want to play the game from here. You know, dropping extra CCs. You could even do, you know, 2-star ports, fusion core. If you wanted. Ghost Academy 2. Another thing I even see is some people like to go 3 factory tank, or 3 factory making 4 mines a tank at a time, or 2 mines 2 tanks at a time. I even see some people doing 6 mines. But again, that's all up to you and how you want to play. But thank you for watching the video. My name is Ryu Goes Rar. I'll catch you all later.